Welcome to Match Play with your host, Ray Adams. Today's guests are Cori Matheson, Kris Strauss, and Scott Wood.
Welcome to Match Play with Ray Adams from the beautiful Westin Kierland Resort and Golf Club. Women's Golf Expo continues, and thanks for continuing with me. I am joined by Cori Matheson. She heads up girls golf right here in Phoenix, Arizona. Cori, thank you so much for being with us on the show. This has been a long time coming, because you and I have talked about what you do and girls golf in Phoenix and this explosive growth of young girls coming to the game of golf really all over. And there's some very, very, very big statistics about that I'm sure you have. But thanks for being with me, and tell me, what is girls golf and what is it that you're doing here?
Well, yes, you are true. We've crossed paths many times in the golf industry, and I'm so thrilled to be on because I run the LPGA-USGA Girls Golf of Phoenix. That's a mouthful, I know.
And what does it mean? Girls
golf for little gals here. So I run the Phoenix chapter of, actually I run the largest site in the world for girls here in Phoenix. It has been in the Valley for 30 years. We're celebrating 30 years this year. Happy birthday, Girls Golf.
Is this sponsored by the LPGA and the USGA, or is this part of their whole platform?
So the best way to describe it is the LPGA-USGA does provide some resources for the local sites. All the LPGA professionals around the world can have opportunity to run girls golf. We just have the biggest and the best site because we've been operating here for so long, and it's my full-time job. So the best way to describe it is they're like my mom and I'm their adult child, and we can kind of do what we want here. And because of our awesome community, our supporters, program, participation, year-round golf, we can then have the best opportunities for our girls.
Now, you're an LPGA professional yourself. What does girls golf here in Phoenix, what does your chapter do for the girls?
Sure.
And what are the ages of the young girls that get involved with you? When do they come to you, and when do they need to leave you?
So we have programming and events for all levels of play. So if they're brand new, never played before, or if they're tournament girls.
And we're talking 3, 4, 5-year-old little tykes?
3 to 18. So
3
all
to 18,
age girls.
okay.
I'm one of the very few programs that offers opportunities for that little, we call them the itty bitties. They play in tournaments, they play one hole from about 150 yards with a caddy, and everyone goes, oh, that's such a waste of time. No, it takes them 45 minutes.
I was going to say.
And some of them get 5 and some of them get 25, and we all get high fives, and then everyone needs a nap after.
That is so cute. That's a big wool boy.
They're so cute.
I wish that I could have put my young little daughters in a program like that. Unfortunately, I didn't even know that it was there. And that brings another question. Why are girls coming to the game through girls golf and through clinics and lessons in an explosive number in the last couple of years? Actually, really, it has begun to take over. What's going on?
I think you could do a whole segment on that as far as growth. I think that we're in a girl power movement right now, whether it's in any other sports, academically, educationally, politically, this movement of girl power and supporting equality. And the cool part about that is that we're just a small piece of it, and our main purpose has nothing to do with the game of golf and has nothing to do with
what is your
tournaments.
Main purpose?
Our main purpose is to empower these girls, build their confidence, and give them a safe place to build their athletic ability.
So you build in some core values and some solid rock teaching, life teaching, as well as expose them to the game of golf.
Yeah, so golf is just our way to do that for them. The opportunity is there through the game, and there are so many things that are learned by just being a part of it, and you can have it be a part of your life for forever.
How do you teach a young girl to have empowerment as a young girl, woman, lady, How do you teach them
How you teach that? It's about providing them an opportunity to feel like they fit in somewhere, that they're safe, that they can dream big, that they can meet their goals, that they have a family. And I think that's one of my favorite things about girls golf is we're a special family. You're a part of our family. All these people at our Expo are, the LPGA. We are a special family
too. You're part of this family too. How do they find you if they want to get involved, if they want to make donations, if they want to be a sponsor, if they want their young girl to get involved with you in this largest chapter of girls golf,
Yes.
LPGA-USGA? How do they get involved?
I'm glad you asked. We are a 501c3. We're a program of the Junior Golf Association, but we're all independently funded and run. And 90% of our funding comes from local contributions and partners in the Phoenix area that want our Phoenix area to be empowered and engaged and growing. So I'm very active on social media. girlsgolfoffphoenix.org is my website, but you'll find it.
girlsgolfoffphoenix.org. Very good.
And if you don't live here, or maybe you have a grandchild or a daughter or someone that lives somewhere else, there are over 400 girls golf sites in the world, but I did say we were the biggest and the most active.
How many girls do you have involved here?
We have about 250 paid members. My average age is 10. So these are little girls. This is that next generation, right? So next wave.
So if young girls between the ages of call it 5 and 10 to 12, if they're coming into this program, if they're coming into chapters like yours all over the country, 400 places around the world, to do this, and probably more, I'm sure, in other different types of ways of getting involved in the game as a young girl. Does that mean that in 5 to 10 years we're going to see another level of play?
I would hope so.
On the LPGA Tour?
Oh, I believe we're already having it. I think there was 10 girls golf alumni now that are on tour.
Really?
Don't quote me on that. It's close.
Is there one from your chapter at all that has, how far have they gone?
There's a little girl you spoke to a while ago. Her name's Cheyenne Woods.
Cheyenne was in your program?
Well, not with me. Cheyenne was my friend growing up. We both played junior golf here in the Valley.
Wow.
She was in the program when Sandy was running it. So her coach now, the Lobos.
Yes.
So Sandy started girls golf 30 years ago. I mean, and I was in it.
You were in it too? Well, you're pretty famous too.
So
Everybody.
I think that there's a lot of opportunity for golf to either be a part of your playing career or a part of your life or even just a part of your family, and you can do it all together.
So if you have a daughter or a niece or a granddaughter, of which I have all of that, then you want to get them involved with Cori, and the best way to get them involved, and by the way, if you're watching in another city like over in San Diego or in Central Texas or anywhere you're picking up the show, there's going to be a program near you.
You can just Google girls golf and connect with the closest.
Golf and go to the local chapter.
Yeah, and in Arizona, in our Phoenix metropolitan area, we serve the entire Valley of the Sun, and we would love to have some more support and members.
Very good. There you go. Cori, thank you so much for being with me on Match Play today. What a great event, and thanks for all the work you do for girls in golf.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Match Play with Ray Adams.
There is a place where reality exceeds your dreams, where time is not measured in days, hours, or minutes, but in smiles, new experiences, and new friends. A place where happiness is not a feeling, it's a way of life. Here, you're not just a visitor, you're family. There are many languages in the world, and our smile speaks them all.
Introducing the Putting Stroke Teacher Training Aid.
The putting stroke teacher helps the better player, the PGA Tour player, the pro that wants to get out on tour, because the first thing it's going to do is get these forearms lined up square and your shoulders lined up square. And that's the thing my dad and I worked on when I led the tour in putting, and it's the thing I'm constantly checking today to make sure that those are lined up. And that's going to really affect the path that the putter head swings on. Very easy to set up. You just take two pieces, stick them together, put it on the end of your putter, two little Velcro straps, and boom, you're in, and you're ready to go. It's not big, it's very tiny. You can take it apart and stick it in your golf bag. Get the Putting Stroke Teacher and make more putts.
Order the Putting Stroke Teacher today.
Golf. Yeah, you love it, but we all know just how frustrating it can be. That's unless you were born with a golf club in your hand. The Legacy Golf Performance Center is a virtual golfer's paradise designed to take your game to brand new heights. Yeah, that high. Our certified and friendly professional staff utilizes all state-of-the-art golf technologies to help get you swinging and putting just like a pro. You got that right. You're a golfer because you golf. Golfers carry a lot of stuff they need, like your rangefinder, your cell phone, your dog. Okay, maybe not your dog. What you need is a secure organizer. What you need is the Range Gripper. The Range Gripper grips, secures, and protects all your important golfing electronics. Now that's cool. The durable Range Gripper also comes in a variety of awesome colors. Grip, secure, and protect all your important golfing electronics with the Range Gripper.
And now, back to Match Play with Ray Adams. Hi, it's Ray Adams, and welcome back to Match Play today. We're at the beautiful, I'm saying it again, you know where we are. This is the Women's Golf Expo, and we're being hosted by the Westin Kierland Resort and Golf Club. It is managed by the globally famous Troon Company, and today Kris Strauss is joining us. Kris, thanks for being with me on Match Play. This has been a long time coming. I've known you for a long time, and we've been threatening and talking about getting Troon on and some of the other management companies, and having a whole episode just to talk about golf and management and the industry and all of that. But today, of course, we're at the Women's Golf Expo, and we've had such a wonderful event here today. Tell me, how is Troon involved with this expo, and how are you involved with women and the growth of women in the game of golf in general, Kris?
Well, certainly, and thank you for being here. And here at Westin Kierland Golf Resort, we're blessed to be able to operate the golf here, 27 holes of spectacular golf. We manage golf courses, and it's no different here at Westin Kierland. And this is the third year that the Women's Golf Expo has been going on here at Westin Kierland, and Troon wanted to help and support the event, help promote women's golf, get more women into the game of golf, bring more women out here, have them see some of the best women players here in Cheyenne Woods, and work on their games, and just get involved in the game of golf a little bit more. And it's our obligation as management companies. We have a lot of great instructors and LPGA professionals to grow the game of golf, and certainly with women golf, it's no different. Great LPGA teachers. Tina Toombs here. She's just recently won Teacher of the Year again. Sandy and Mike LeBove, of course, and so many others. Jill Strite. It was just great to be here. And with Cheyenne Woods doing the clinic and sitting down on camera with us, Kris, it just doesn't get any better, and especially for women in golf. Now, I know you're also a supporter of Women's Golf Day. Tell me about that and what Alyssa Godet is doing. Absolutely, and hats off to Alyssa Godet with really creating Women's Golf Day, and not just here in the United States, but around the world. And our Troon facilities are excited about the upcoming Women's Golf Day. It was kind of serendipity with that, because we had the month of June devoted. We have this effort called Play Troon, and it's our Grow the Game efforts. So we have Player Development Month, we have Troon Family Golf Month, and we created Troon Women's Golf Month a number of years back, and it ironically was in the month of June.
It's going to be June.
And so then when Alyssa said, I'm creating this Women's Golf Day, and it's the first Tuesday in June, and we're like, perfect, that works out great.
This Women's Golf Expo raises the awareness again of girls in golf, learning the game, women in golf, feeling comfortable, feeling empowered, feeling like they can go play a game of golf just like the guys do. But that's been in our lifetime, that women have come to that point and they have begun to feel that way. Why do you think it's happened in just the last several years that you at Troon have seen so much growth of women on your tee sheets?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a credit to our directors of instruction and our coaches that are helping teach the game of golf. We started by doing a lot of player development efforts, and I'll go back to the first day I was hired with Troon. Dana sat in his office and said to me, Kris, he's like, I wanted you to be thinking about not the players that we have today, but the players we're going to have tomorrow. So if that comes from the top, and that long-term future outlook into the game of golf and growing the game, that permeates through the whole organization. And so we have efforts focused on growing the game of golf with women, families, with juniors, even with seniors to some extent, get them playing longer, help them with fitness and wellness so they can keep playing more golf longer in their career.
Are you seeing the women in golf, your emphasis on women in golf in your June promotions?
Yep.
Have you seen that grow, and how so? And what will the women experience at Troon Properties in the full month, all month of June?
Yeah, right. During Women's Golf Month, certainly I think globally and across the industry, one of the largest segments of golf are women junior golfers, like girl golfers, like what we saw today here at Women's Golf Expo, and that's awesome. That's a credit to events like this. It's a credit to things like Troon Women's Golf Month. During Troon Women's Golf Month, you're going to see us amplify our player development efforts. You're going to see more clinics that are being offered that month, some experiential events, some 9 and dine type of events that are 9-hole events, even some 18-hole fun tournaments that will reach all kinds of players, whether they're really getting into the game of golf for the very first time, or they're just trying to play a little bit more golf than they were yesterday. So
I know that rounds and revenues were down for everybody everywhere, not just Troon managed properties, but everybody everywhere. But then rounds began to come back. Have rounds and revenues come back? They didn't roar back, but are they back?
Yeah, they're not back to 2090, the 97 early 2000 eras, but they're good. Troon North Golf Club in 2018 had our best year we've ever had in our company, and that Troon North started in 1990. So 2018 was a great year. It was a great year here for Weston Kierland and a lot of other Phoenix area courses. And you referenced new golf that's coming, Copper Canyon Golf Club. That just opened another 9 holes because they had so much demand for the 18-hole golf course.
Where is that?
And that's in the northwest part of the valley. And it's adjacent to a great Del Webb Pulte community, and it's a centerpiece for that community.
Who's the designer?
And the designer is Schmidt and Curley.
Okay.
So they had the original architects, and then they added another 9. And then we were recently engaged by Toll Brothers, and we actually haven't even done a formal announcement, so it's breaking here on
breaking news on Match Play right here.
And we're going to have a Nicholas design that's on the far west part of the valley as well, as a centerpiece of a new Toll Brothers community called Sterling Grove. And we don't have a name yet for the golf course.
See, I didn't know that when Jack was on my show a couple months ago. I did not know that, but here it is, breaking news, Sterling Grove, a Nicholas design, and Troon managed property coming in on the West Valley.
Yep.
Kris Strauss, I can't begin to thank you so much for your support of women in golf and your Women's Golf Month of June. I can't begin to thank you enough, and Troon, the entire company, all the professionals all over the world that support women in golf, this Golf Expo, and all the young girls that are out there learning the game, and they can feel very, very, very at home at any Troon property anywhere.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being on today. We'll be right back with more Match Play with Ray Adams.
Creating a revolutionary product starts by asking, what if? What if we loaded every inch with game-changing innovation? What if we had a flight tuning system to control ball flight, roll face and cup face technologies for explosive power, slipstream sole technology for more speed, and dual carbon tech with 8 adjustable loft settings? And what if all this technology and performance costs significantly less than the competition? Exotics EXS by Tour Edge. Pound for pound, nothing else comes close. Mother Nature provides the canvas. We help to make it a work of art. Brought to you by the members of the Golf Course Superintendents Association of America.
The Sights and Sounds of Golf, brought to you by Mother Nature and the members of the Golf Course Superintendents Association of America.
Introducing the Putting Stroke Teacher Training Aid.
The putting stroke teacher helps the better player, the PGA Tour player, the pro that wants to get out on tour, because the first thing it's going to do is get these forearms lined up square and your shoulders lined up square. And that's the thing my dad and I worked on when I led the tour in putting, and it's the thing I'm constantly checking today to make sure that those are lined up. And that's going to really affect the path that the putter head swings on. very easy to set up. You just take two pieces, stick them together, put it on the end of your putter, two little Velcro straps, and boom, you're in and you're ready to go. It's not big, it's very tiny. You can take it apart and stick it in your golf bag. Get the putting stroke teacher and make more putts.
Order the Putting Stroke Teacher today.
And now, back to Match Play with Ray Adams. Welcome to the show. I am so privileged to be sitting with Scott Wood. He is the tournament director for the Bank of Hope Founders Cup, which is one of the more elite LPGA tournaments all year long. And of course, I welcome you to the show, Scott. Thank you so much for being here. We met a couple years ago at Marilyn Smith's Tee, and of course, we all know by now, Marilyn's been a guest on this show, that she is one of the founders, one of the living founders, original founders of the LPGA Tour. So tell me about the Founders Cup. Tell me about this golf tournament. I filmed my show there. Many of the LPGA stars were on with me at the Founders Cup. A number of years ago, I've interviewed the winners of the Founders Cup for my Great American Golf radio show on NBC Sports here. Tell me about the Founders Cup. How did it get started, and what has it accomplished in these years that it's been going now?
Yeah, it's quite the story, I'll tell you that. So it started back in 2011 as an idea of Commissioner Wan. Just wanted to start something to really pay tribute to the 13 women that started the LPGA back in 1950, and he really went out on a limb and asked 144 players to play for no purse back in 2000.
Is there something you can tell us about the upcoming Founders Cup that we need to know that might be a little breaking news or a little surprise?
Well, you know, right now as we stand today, what is it, Sunday, February 22nd, where we have 75 of the top 80 world golf ranking players coming out. This is always a very popular tour stop for them. They always love to kick off the West Coast swing there. You know, and really at the end of the day, we have packages for everybody. I think golf is multi-generational. We have some of the most approachable athletes in golf. There's nothing that makes me happier to see Brittany or Michelle or Lydia Ko stopping and taking a selfie with some of the girls golf members, or you know, some of the parents, and signing autographs. And it really is a special week. You know, we like to call ourselves the ultimate family golf experience here in the Valley. We really are setting ourselves apart. I want to see grandparents bring out grandchildren. I want to see the parents. I want to see dads like myself. I'm raising 2 daughters. Bring your daughters out. Let them experience the LPGA, because what we've seen is if we get them out, they're going to be hooked.
Well, there's some great inspiration. There's some wonderful, wonderful women playing on the LPGA Tour, from the legends of the game who are now retired, but they still give so much back. On this television show right now, running, my episode running, is Lorena Ochoa, and I sat down with Lorena Ochoa just a few months ago. What an unbelievable guest. So you have a lot of the Hall of Famers and the legends of the game, but then you have the new, hot, young stars that are just tearing up the turf and hitting the ball 300 yards. You've got all the excitement out there. Cheyenne Woods lives right here in the Valley. She's here, and then there's things that you do for local junior golfers, where you have them come and play in your pro-ams. I know that I was just on the telephone with a gentleman that we were talking business the other day, and he said, "Oh, you're in golf, Ray? Well, my daughter is a high school standout golfer in the Valley here, and she played in the Founders Cup pro-am last year." So tell me about that program.
So we always want to give back, and we always want to have the next generation to be able to experience what Founders Cup Week is all about. And so we always like to be able to give Cori an opportunity to provide one of her players for the girls golf chapter here in Phoenix, an opportunity to play in the pro-am and to be able to walk the fairways with their favorite player and interact, and not only see what it's like to be a professional golfer, but also to understand the business side of golf, and to be out there with some of our top sponsors and really just kind of get behind the scenes and understand what the golf tournament and what the golf business is all about. It's fun. We always get notes after the tournament that just say they were blown away by it, and it's just it's truly a unique experience.
It's a great event, it really is. And you have the founders that there's not many left still with us. Marilyn's one of them, my friend. I love her, Marilyn Smith. We all love Marilyn. Talk about the growth of girls in the game and girls golf and the work that Cori does. And we've spoken to Cori and had her as a guest. for a short segment. But talk about that and where you think that's headed as far as some of those girls playing in the Bank of Hope Founders Cup in a few years to come. Is that a possibility?
That is more than a possibility for some of these, girls golf members here in the Valley or across the country. And it's great because the biggest growth in golf right now is that 7 to 17-year-old girls.
Why is the 7 to 17-year-old girls the biggest growth in the game and not the 7 to 17 boys? Not that it doesn't matter. I mean, I have 3 daughters, like you have daughters. But why is it that girls have really stepped up and have become passionate about golf and at a young age?
I think what it is there's a lot of barriers that's been broken down. And I think it's, golf can be somewhat intimidating to get started into.
Yeah.
And I think it's programs like the girls golf and like the growth of the LPGA over the last 10 years with Commissioner Wan that really has opened these doors and really has shown that next generation that, anything can be achieved as long as you just make that first step. And we want to break down any of these barriers around town or around this country that says if you're 7 or 8 or 9 years old and you enjoy the game of golf, there's no reason that you can't join one of these programs and jump right in and really start to experience and start to learn what your path is. Because golf, if you don't make it on the tour, that's okay. But when you get into the business world, if you are a female and you know how to play golf, it opens so many doors.
It's a big advantage. Debbie Waitkus talked about that in Golf for Cause, and well, they all talk about it. And with Women's Golf Day coming in June and the support that event has worldwide, and then you're at the professional tour level and the players that you see and the inspiration. I mean, Cheyenne Woods said that when she's out playing golf on tour, she likes to go to the different cities and she'll go into a classroom and she'll speak to and encourage the young people that are in those 3rd and 4th and 5th grades. I mean, when you have players that are doing things like that, they become real live role models. The young girls can look to, they can latch onto, they can follow them on social media. And we know that a lot of the young girls on the young ladies on the LPGA Tour are big into social media. And so you can follow them on Instagram and all of that, find your favorite players. So the Bank of Hope Founders Cup comes every March to the Valley of the Sun. It is the LPGA, one of their shining and more elite events. Great champions over the years, a great field over the year, and all led by this man, Scott Wood, the tournament director from the LPGA. Thank you so much for being with me on Match Play today.
Thanks for having me on.
There is a place where reality exceeds your dreams, where time is not measured in days, hours, or minutes, but in smiles, new experiences, and new friends. A place where happiness is not a feeling, it's a way of life. Here, you're not just a visitor, you're family. There are many languages in the world, and our smile speaks them all.
Creating a revolutionary product starts by asking, what if? What if we loaded every inch with game-changing innovation? What if we had a flight tuning system to control ball flight, roll face and cup face technologies for explosive power, slipstream sole technology for more speed, and dual carbon tech with 8 adjustable loft settings? And what if all this technology and performance costs significantly less than the competition? Exotics EXS by Tour Edge. Pound for pound, nothing else comes close.